What's up, guys? Guess who's back? Back again. What's up, guys? It's Clownfire here. Guys, it's been a while. Don't know where to start. Not going to go too much in depth into it, but taking a bit of a break. At the same time, haven't been very well. So that's the reason I haven't been making videos. Appreciate all the people. I've noticed a few people have sent me messages wishing me well and wanting me to start making videos again. Don't worry, Clown Fighter's not gone anywhere. Clown Fighter's back. I'm here, guys. I'm back. I did want to do a lot of breakdowns on this, and look, the time is not going to work for me, so this ain't going to be too in depth. I usually do breakdowns of face-offs. I do breakdowns on press conferences, and I ain't got the time, guys, because I just returned, and I'm just going to mainly probably talk over this and just give you my thoughts on what I'm seeing here with this Chris Eubank versus Conor Benn fight, and a lot of people are anticipating this fight. Now, me personally, guys, this fight is a more of an entertainment fight for me. It's not really, if you want my honest thoughts on this, guys, I think they're both bellends. Honestly, I just think they're both idiots, both of them. I can't even say I don't rate them really, but for entertainment, I'll obviously be tuning in. Now, the card they got, I like the card. There's some good fights on that card. Do I break that down in this video? Or I don't really want to go through the rest of the card, but yeah, I know that Anthony Yarde is fighting Lyndon Arthur. A lot of people don't like that fight. I like that fight. I love that fight. It's 1-1. So I'm going to go through the card in this video. Mainly I'm focusing on this main fight. As I said, Eubank versus Conor Benn. Now, again, I'm not going to be able to go through the whole build up through this week. I ain't got to, it's just, guys, I've just come back, and I don't have the time at the moment to do that. So what I'm going to do, though, guys, is I have been watching everything. I've been watching the press conferences, been watching the face-offs. I'm up to date with it. So it's going to be me basically giving you my take on who I think is going to win and who I want to win, etc. So, guys, I'm just going to point a few factors out. I'm not going to go too in-depth. Just want to give you my... Guys, again, I always look at things from a psychological side, and I know the story with this. You got Conor Benn. I would say 80% of people want him to lose because of drug cheat allegations, this, that, etc., etc. A lot of people are backing Chris Eubank, and then you've got the story of Chris Eubank's father, which, again, guys, if I had the time, I would honestly love to do big breakdowns on Chris Eubank Sr. I've always wanted to do it. I respect Chris Eubank Sr. a lot. I think Chris Eubank Jr. is a bellend for not sticking with his father, in my opinion. A lot of people won't agree with that, but the man brought you into the game, and all I've heard from Chris Eubank Sr. is good stuff, and Chris Eubank Sr. has been calling this whole fight a disgrace. It's a sham. Obviously, one fighter is very heavy, one fighter is low. They're coming to meet each other, and Chris Eubank Sr. has got his own point of view. He's looking out for the health of his son, but he's saying it's a mockery. My son's a disgrace for egging him. Guys, I got a lot of views, man, on this, and I don't always go with the majority, and I don't have the, as I said, I can't go too in depth, guys. But I agree with Chris Eubank Sr. I think Eubank is a bellend. Even though he egged him, and we know why he egged him, guys. Eggs in his system, etc., etc. Guys, I'm going to give you my view on this. Obviously, with Conor Benn, he got caught with shit in his system. Came out, he's got cleared now. So the way I look at it is like this, guys. If you look at fighters like Gerald Miller, if you look at fighters like even Tyson Fury, Dillian Whyte, Canelo, these people find things in their system and they get cleared quickly, and people don't really talk about it again. And again, I'm not saying Conor Benn is the exact same. Everyone's got different scenarios. Fury had some boar meat or something in him. Again, for me, Conor Benn was cleared. Now, I'm not saying did he take drugs or not. I'm not going to get into that. For me, the man's cleared. To be honest, I used to like Conor Benn. Obviously, before this drug allegation stuff, I used to really like him. I used to see him as an underdog. I used to really like the guy. I rated him. Obviously, since what's happened, a lot of people have turned on the guy. And again, I can see why. I don't blame people. Once your name gets affiliated, you become the bad guy. And now you got Chris Eubank. Now, again, this is going to get a bit philosophical. I always look at things from a philosophical and psychological side. Of course, I'll look at the skills of each fighter. Don't get me wrong. Now, I'm going to go brief again. You got Chris Eubank, who I used to rate Chris Eubank, but since he left his father, guys, personally, I just don't rate him. Now, you can say, huh? He's his own man. He can do his own thing. Look, he had a fight with Liam Smith, and he got banged in that fight. You know why he got banged in that fight? He thought it was an easy fight. He thought he could do what he wants. He was making videos of him sauteing meats and all this before the fight. He's about the money. He's about the bling. When I listen to Chris Eubank Sr., I respect the guy a lot. He's got morals. The guy's got principles. And when I heard what he said about his son, he goes, my son's a disgrace for egging him. I ain't going to be in his corner. And I don't blame him. Chris Eubank's doing this for money. Let's be straight. He's doing it for the bag. Now, I can't blame the guy. I'm not blaming the guy. Everyone's got to make a living. He's doing this for millions and millions. Obviously, same with Conor Benn. This is a money fight. But obviously, a lot of people are saying, why ain't Conor Benn why ain't Chris Eubank Sr. in Chris Eubank's corner? It's not good. Their relationship ain't good, guys. Obviously, I'm not going to go too in depth, but his brother's passed away. Chris Eubank's brother, and obviously that affected Senior. But Chris Eubank sent a letter. Chris Eubank Jr. sent a letter to his dad saying, I don't want you to be part of my team. And guys, you got to understand, look, it's hard to, like, people have got their own views. Like, he's his own man, he's 35. But you know, if you look back into the history, Chris Eubank used to just listen to his dad. And he did well. Okay, he lost to Groves, he lost to Billy Joe Saunders. But he was a different fighter. Nowadays, he's a different fighter. Look, he lost to Liam Smith. He had to get his foot back in the game. He probably started training properly. And obviously, he beat him in the rematch. Do I rate Chris Eubank? He hasn't really won a title, guys. I'm not saying I don't rate him, but without Chris Eubank Sr. in his corner, it comes down to morals and principles, guys. Chris Eubank sold out. Now, again, people say, how is he sold out? You know him egging him in his face? He's not doing that for, like, honor or principles. He's doing it for clout. He knows what gets the views. Now, these days, guys, we live in an era where majority of people, that's all they care about is money, views, clout. That's the era now. The old era is gone, guys, where it's about respect, principles, and integrity and honor. That's the era I like, guys. That's the people I respect. Now, again, in terms of this fight, in terms of the skills, you got Conor Benn's the younger fighter. He's coming up, but for me, he looks more fresher, and he's on the up rise. I'm not saying, again, he's on the up trajectory. He's on his way up. He's got a lot of hate on him because of the drug cheat, whatever bullshit he had. You got Chris Eubank, who's 35. Now, he had a fight with Liam Smith. He avenged it, but he's changed his style a bit. He's been with multiple trainers. He doesn't have his father in his background, and he surrounds himself with a lot of people. And he does a lot of other stuff. I'm not going to go into his lifestyle, but he's into the money. He's into the Floyd. He's trying to be like a Floyd Mayweather. But that, again, look, I don't want to get too philosophical on this, but from what I've seen, I'm going to give you my honest view now. Look, I'm not going to spend ages to break this down. I look at people's characters and what they're about. I rate Conor Benn more than Chris Eubank. Now, people are like, the egg guy, you break the egg guy. I do, guys, I do. Look, again, I'm not dismissing what happened with the test. It's been dismissed. That's it for me, guys. I'm not going to say he's done it before. There's fighters that have been in these situations. They get dismissed and you carry on with your career. He might have done it, he might have not. We will never know, guys. We will never know. But he's not on that now. He's fighting him clean from what I know in it. So people make mistakes. People make mistakes. You served your lesson. Some people say, yo, once you get that caught like that in your system, you should be banned for life. Maybe, guys, maybe. I ain't going to get too into it. Now, Chris Eubank's playing the role is, I got to punish the drug cheat. He's trying to appeal to the masses, guys. The masses, everyone's like, oh, he's a drug cheat. All you see when Conor Benn posts is egg comments. Excellent. Egg this, egg that, egg this, egg that. And I'm getting sick of it, if I'm being honest, guys. Again, I might go with the unpopular opinion. People give me a lot of hate, but I'm not afraid to say my mind. And guys, I have not liked what Chris Eubank's doing here. He's just, for me, he's acting like a bellend. He's acting like he's just shit. He's gonna run through Conor Benn. He hasn't mended his relationship with his father, which again I don't rate him for. His father's the one that brought him into this game. He sent him a letter, says I don't want him in corner. That's his personal thing. Look, I'm not gonna hold him agenda to that, but I've seen the interviews from Chris Eubank Sr. And I agree with Chris Eubank Jr. I think this whole fight's a disgrace. I don't like both of these guys, but guys, I'm gonna give you my prediction and I'm gonna give you what I think is gonna happen and what I want to happen and who I'm backing. I'm backing Conor Benn for this fight. And people are going to be like, what? I'm telling you now, Conor Benn is going to stop Chris Eubank. Chris Eubank's going to get badly stopped. Like, it's going to be bad, guys. Very bad. Like, it is. You know when that Liam Smith staggering shit, it's going to, I would say, on that same level. Someone's getting stopped in this fight. I think Chris Eubank's going to get it badly. It's going to backfire on him. He's not with his father. He's all about the money. He's doing this for money. He's cutting the weight down. I think Conor Benn's going to have him. Conor Benn's going to be too much for him. He's too young. And I get it. People say, nah, no way. Chris Eubank's actually the favourite. I love going against the grain, guys. I'm not saying, let's not get twisted. I'm not saying, yo, I'm a big Conor Benn fan. I'm not, guys. I don't really like none of the guys, but I'm with Conor Benn on this one. I'm with Conor Benn. It seems more real out of both of them. When this guy brought an egg and he slapped it in his face, when I heard what Chris Eubank Sr said, there's a video of it. I'll see if I can find it.
Junior, you're smashing an egg against this guy's face. I taught you that. I didn't teach you that. Who taught you that? Did Karen teach you that? Who taught you that? That's disgraceful. I'm gonna stand in your corner. You must be mad. You must be mad. I would never be in your corner. You're a disgrace. You're smashing an egg in someone's face, and then you're saying you're trying to justify it. There's no justification for that. There's nothing noble about that.
He goes, what sort of honour is in slapping an egg across the user's face? There's no honour in it. It's clout. It's hype. And that can only get you so far. Hype and clout these days, people say, oh, that's what it's about. It's 21st century. You'll get the masses on your side. But when you look at it from a psychological level and you break it down, I think Conor Benn's learned his lesson. From what people say is he might not even done it. Chris Eubank Sr says himself, I don't believe Conor Benn cheated. I'm not going to get into that, guys. I ain't going to get into that. I'm going to just be neutral with it. That lesson's been learnt. Chris Eubank Sr keeps poking things. You done this, you done that. Guys, it's going to end. For me, it's my prediction as well, guys. It's going to end badly for Chris Eubank. He's going to get stopped viciously. And yeah, man, we'll see what he says after that. He's going to want a rematch. He owes money to Neymar. He does his poker, gambling. I could get this wrong. And if I get it wrong, I'll put my hands up. But guys, just my little insight. It's not a proper in-depth video. It's just my return. But I believe Conor Benn will stop Chris Eubank viciously. Like, it won't be funny. And guess what I think is going to happen after that? Once Conor Benn stops Chris Eubank's going to go back to his father. He's going to go back to his dad. Now, if Chris Eubank mends his relationship with his dad and he gets on the same page and he realizes he's fucked up and have a rematch, because there is a 2-fight deal, I believe Chris Eubank, if he comes back with his father and he gets his right mindset, he can beat Conor Benn in the rematch. But if he doesn't, he's going to get stopped, guys. Look, I'm not a betting man. Guys. Don't go off my word, and I never encourage anyone to bet. Look at the odds on this. Everyone's backing Chris Eubank. You do not be surprised. It won't surprise me in the slightest if Conor Benn stops him viciously. Like, I'm talking worse than the Liam Smith fight. I don't see this fight going the distance. Someone's going to get stopped. I'm not going to break it down too technically. I would say Chris Eubank's probably got more experience with the boxing and everything, but I think Conor Benn's too young. I don't think they're going to let this fight go too long, maybe 5-6 rounds. And yeah, someone's getting stopped 100%. Yeah, I see a knockout TKO from Conor Benn. Vicious. Like, Chris Eubank will never be the same, but obviously after that he'll have to go to his father if he wants to come back. That's the lesson he's going to learn. There was an important thing Chris Eubank Sr said. He goes, if you don't want to learn, if you don't want to listen, then you have to feel. Chris Eubank's going to feel hard. Now again, I'm just giving my neutral view. People got their own views. People look at, he's a cheater, why are you backing him? Nah, I'm taking all that out of the equation. I look at the personalities, look at the lifestyle, look at the mindset, look at the fighter's IQ, look what the past performances. Nah, Chris Eubanks, don't want to say he's done, but he's not coming through this one. I could get it wrong, and if I'm wrong, I'll put my hands up. But yo, let's see. It's going to be a good fight. But yeah, guys, I'll leave you at that. There's some good fights on the card, man. I would break them down too, but I ain't going to go through that. But yeah, guys, I'll leave you at that. Catch you in the next one, and Clown Fight is back.